Hi YouTube, I hope you've had a great week. Today I'm going to talk to you about taking care of yourself. Now I know that kind of sounds redundant because don't you always take care of yourself, but I have just been to the physio, and so I wanted to share a little bit about how I am also working on this. So sometimes I teach what I think I need to learn. So I'm constantly working with people in my counseling work where they kind of put themselves at the bottom of the ladder in terms of priorities. So they're prioritizing their family, their children, their husband, their work, their partner, other people's priorities, their extended family, maybe their elderly parents, whatever. And so I've learned this a few times, but I need to keep reminding myself that when I take care of myself, I am going to be much better at taking care of all those other responsibilities. So what do my children, what does my family need? They need a very healthy, functioning, pain-free Sally, mum. And so when I do take these steps to prioritize time for me, today I went to the physio. I've had this ongoing, I have made a video about my sacroiliac joint issue, and I'd been self-managing it, self-diagnosing it, trying different things. And today I went to the physio and I got some exercises, a couple of strengthening exercises and one sort of releasing exercise. I had dry needling for the first time, which is pretty good. So I've had acupuncture needles, but not dry needling. And I had a dedicated professional who was with me for half an hour, just prioritizing me and what I'm facing physically in my life. And that actually felt so good to have that professional support. So if there's something that you've been holding back on in terms of your own personal health and well-being, and you needed a little gentle push to go and do that, then this is it. So book in the appointment, schedule time for you, catch up with your friends, go for that bush walk, organize a weekend away with your friend, whatever it is that you need to do to help make sure that you're doing okay. Now you also want to be doing this sensibly in line with your financial constraints, because there's no point in doing something that feels good or is just to feel good or to seek enjoyment or comfort. It's not about feeling good in the moment. It's about that sense of taking care of myself so I'm going to be happy and strong and I'm going to be able to continue to go on. But also, so on the other side of that is the financial constraint. Like if you have some financial stress, the cost of living crisis, and you feel like you can't afford to book in that appointment, that's okay. Do what you can. So don't do something that's going to make you feel extra financial stress, because that's going to be weighing down on you. So you have to really make sure that you can afford it and make sure that it is for your overall like health and well-being that's going to feel good. Does that make sense? But if you want to hear a little bit about what the treatment is for my sacroiliac joint, I had dry needling, so they put a needle right into the belly of the muscle, and they trigger some sort of twitching of the muscle to release some of the tightness in there. So that was pretty cool. That was the first time I've had that done. And I have some rolling to do on my adductor muscles, and I have some exercises to strengthen my glutes on this right side. So it sounds so simple, but I'd been putting the puzzle pieces together, but I couldn't quite figure out exactly what was happening anatomically. So to have that professional explain to me what was happening was so helpful. So it just feels really good to have taken that time for myself to have invested that money and to have taken care of myself. It is hard to do. And I've seen other videos like this. I saw Yelena Dokic. She's just got a new documentary about her life and the history of her tennis career and interactions with her father. And she's constantly going on social media and talking about the days when she just has a down day and she just rests and takes care of herself, and how she's learned that that's so important. And when I see that, I think she's actually right. And I felt like she was talking to me, and now I'm talking to you. So This is so important, I think, and it's a hard lesson to learn. Often we have so many responsibilities and we just keep pushing and doing. And I know even with these exercises that the physio gave me, I was like, can I do them twice a day, every day? Like, how many times a day? And she's like, no, I want you to do them 3 to 4 times a week. So I was like, oh, sometimes less is more. The other thing was I always do park run. I do 5K run every Saturday. That's part of my weekend routine. And so I said, shall I still do park run? And she said, I don't mind if you run or walk, but I want you to do a shorter distance. So part of it for me is pulling back. The physio also said no hill walking, no long walks, nothing endurance. We're going to working on fixing the issue, being gentle, strengthening those muscles, and then we can reassess. So for someone who's always kind of pushing more, and I've even been doing lunges in my home gym, no lunges, no lower body weights training at all. So this is how we kind of scale things back, slow things down to look after ourselves. So that's a pretty cool lesson. Even in my work, I'm, super conscientious personality and I want to get a lot of things done. And that's sometimes to my detriment when I kind of push myself too hard and I try and get too many things done instead of just slowing down, actually tuning into my own needs, state of mind, my tiredness, assessing, taking a self-care break if I need to, taking a moment just to take a breath, observe me, my surroundings, my state of mind, all these things. So I hope this is helpful. I think we sometimes need to be reminded of this. So I wanted to jump on and remind you if you need the reminder. I'm also saying it out loud to say it to myself. Now, on the other hand, if you're someone who has been prioritizing yourself too much, just doing things that feel good, that save you money, that make your life comfortable, convenient, and easy, maybe the challenge for you is to push yourself in one direction. Is there somewhere where you can volunteer in your community or give something back? Is there a time when you need to take on a new challenge? Is it time to learn something new? Is it time to take on a new venture? So sometimes if you're focusing too much on yourself, that can be a source of just too much kind of navel gazing and focusing on yourself and not focusing on giving and doing and being in the community. So that's a little bit of a counter twist to the message today. Just have that check-in and see if you need to focus on contentment, rest, self-care, or if you need to push yourself that little bit more. Okay, YouTube, great to talk to you. I hope you found this helpful. Please share it with a friend if you think that would benefit from it. Please like my video. Please subscribe to my channel. My subscriber count is going up slowly. I'd really appreciate if you could give me a subscribe. All right, lovely to talk to you, YouTube. Hope this helps.